Welcome to the 2021 JDRF Gala, commemorating JDRF's 50th anniversary.
Thank you, Airbus, for supporting the JDRF Gala and helping type 1 diabetics like me.
Welcome and have a great time tonight.
Thank you from me and all the JDRF youth ambassadors to 50/50 for generously supporting the gala and helping find cures for type 1 diabetes.
We are so glad you're here and want to thank you for supporting the type 1 diabetes community.
Services for supporting JDRF Gala and helping type 1 diabetics like me.
Did you hear that you can take lessons to become a pilot? It's one of our cool items in our live auction.
America for supporting JDRF Gala and Type 1 kids like me.
Your support tonight helps me and all my friends with type 1 diabetes.
Thank you, American Airlines, for supporting the JDRF Gala and helping Type 1 diabetics like me.
My name is Jada, and on behalf of me and the Youth Ambassadors, we would like to thank JF Petroleum Group for being the JDRF Gala Youth Ambassador sponsor and helping kids with type 1 diabetes like me.
Thank you so much to 7-Eleven for being our amazing entertainment sponsor and bringing Kenny Loggins to the stage for the JDRF Gala.
Thank you, GM Financial, for supporting the JDRF Gala and helping Type 1 diabetics like me.
use your phone throughout the evening to bid on all the wonderful items.
Did you hear that Kenny Loggins will be the entertainment at the JDRF Gala this year? Well, come join us in the Danger Zone for a Footloose event.
Type 1 diabetes looks like me.
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 we saw an incredible number of key advances that have both improved the lives of those living with the disease today and that have taken us so much closer to cures for type 1 diabetes. Let's take a look at what we saw just in the last year. An immune therapy was able to significantly delay, for an average of 2 years, the onset of type 1 diabetes. The drug is called teplizumab, and this was the first ever study in humans to show a delay of the onset of type 1. The drug is now being tested in a phase 3 clinical trial in people who've been recently diagnosed, headed by Provention Bio, a company with an investment from the JDRF T1D fund. If successful, we will be moving ever closer to a world without this disease. We also have to ensure that we improve the lives of the T1D community so that when we find cures, we will be there to reap the rewards. And there were a number of advances in this area. The US Food and Drug Administration has approved an algorithm that clears the way for the second artificial pancreas system to enter the market, the Tandem Control IQ technology. Use of the algorithm resulted in more time in range, with less highs and lows, and no severe low blood sugar events. This is a win for all of us in the T1D community, as it provides people with another option to improve daily blood sugar management. SGLT inhibitors, which have been approved for type 2 diabetes since 2011 and help diminish blood sugar swings, received approval for use within type 1 diabetes as well. European and Japanese authorities approved 3 SGLT inhibitors to use with insulin to improve glycemic control in adults. These approvals provide the international community with another option to improve daily blood sugar management, and we applaud the international community for these approvals. Our investment in the T1D space has been multiplied by the JDRF T1D fund, a venture philanthropy fund we started in 2016. Now just over 3 years old, the T1D fund has almost $100 million under management and has made almost $50 million in investments. One of those companies, Sema Therapeutics, made headlines when it was acquired by Vertex Pharmaceuticals for nearly $1 billion. Sema was founded by Dr. Doug Melton, who was backed by JDRF and made breakthroughs in making beta cells from stem cells. Work that Sema continues to advance toward novel beta cell replacement therapies for T1D. By bringing other larger firms' investments in the T1D space and reinvesting returns from its investments, we can leverage our resources much more quickly and strategically, with the ultimate goal to find cures for type 1 diabetes and improve the lives of those living with the disease today. Our volunteers, teams, and advocacy leadership have also done tremendous work this past year, passionately fighting for the renewal of the Special Diabetes Program and additional funding for T1D research. This included hosting our Children's Congress, with 165 student delegates sharing their personal stories and showcasing the need for ongoing research to find cures for T1D. JDRF advocacy has also been relentless in speaking up against the high cost of insulin and ensuring personal choice in treatments. Our chapters and community engagement teams have also increased educational efforts, mentorship, support for the newly diagnosed, and new information on advances in technology, medicine, and research that might help their personal management of this disease. Their work is both tireless and inspiring, and incredibly impactful. As a community, we want to grow stronger and healthier together. As an organization, we will push harder, faster, and with dedicated focus to get us to cures.
Hello, my name is Helen, and I am a JDRF ambassador. I am 7 years old. On February 22nd, 2017, when I was just 3 years old, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes can be a real bummer sometimes. I often have to stop what I'm doing, like swimming, playing with friends, or even taking a spelling test to check my blood sugar or treat a high or low. The JDRF Gala is one of my favorite days of the year. I wish we could all be together this year, but I'll be ready next year to wear my dress and be with you in person. Please support JDRF and the thousands of kids like me who have type 1 diabetes. Thank you for making a cure possible.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's get this party started. Bienvenidos a la Gala de JDRF.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the JDRF Gala as we celebrate 50 years of progress. I'm Steve Eager, and I'm delighted to be with you tonight. If you haven't registered yet, text 2021 JDRF Gala to 243-725. That'll get you participated in all of tonight's events. The program features a special performance by Kenny Loggins. Anybody ready to enter the danger zone? I know, cheesy, but it'll be fun, believe me. There are several ways to participate during the event. Simply have your smartphone in hand. You can bid on live auction items with your smartphone. If you get outbid, bid again to win. You can also purchase raffle tickets for a chance to win a $10,000 Visa gift card from Truist Bank. And you can place your 100% tax-deductible Fund-A-Cure gift there too. Keep your phones handy throughout tonight's event. This evening we celebrate and honor your commitment and dedication to finding cures for type 1 diabetes. Your work in breaking barriers for the past 5 decades has funded life-saving T1D research. And now we look to the future, where we can break that last barrier. We need to find a cure. But we need your help to do that. And so tonight we're asking you to give, and please give generously. We have a raffle, a silent auction, a live auction, and as always, our special Fund-A-Cure moment. So please make sure you have your phones in hand, ready to go to accelerate the next phase of T1D research. I'm also excited to announce that we have a 100,000 Fund-A-Cure Challenge match tonight. Thank you very much to Linda and Rob Graham. Your Fund-A-Cure donations for research will be matched up to $100,000. So be generous. Make your donations now, and let's make that match happen. Tonight we're taking a journey into the blue skies of possibilities. Our chairs for this evening are Treg Manning and Rob Hamilton. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Steve. Hi, my name is Treg Manning, and I am the Vice President of Marketing and Sales at Airbus Helicopters in North America. On behalf of the JDRF North Texas and Oklahoma chapter, welcome to the 50th anniversary JDRF Gala. 50 years is a big milestone, and Airbus is happy to be here alongside JDRF and your partners to join everyone together tonight. You know, we've both called DFW area home for 50 years now. And so Airbus wanted to do something special to commemorate this occasion. You all should have received party boxes for tonight, and 2 lucky guests will receive a special golden ticket in their boxes for a helicopter demonstration flight in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So good luck. As I mentioned, this evening is about celebration, and tonight we will honor our friend Fred Buttrell, an amazing leader who continues to inspire me and my teams. Fred does not let type 1 diabetes stop him, and we will not stop fighting until there is a cure.
Exactly, Treg. Good evening, my name is Rob Hamilton, Group President of Global Medical Response and JDRF Board Member. Tonight would not be possible without the help of all of our gala chairs, including Cliff Harris, David Strauss, David Natinsky, and of course our amazing auction chairs, Margaret Lee and Kathy Moore. We are so excited for you to hear from so many people tonight who have broken barriers. They are our inspiration for tackling this disease and making sure that we continue funding groundbreaking research for cures. Like so many of you, T1D has touched my family, and tonight is very special for me. Not only are we honoring one of my closest friends, Fred Buttrell, but my son and sister also live with T1D. And these are my reasons why I'm so dedicated to JDRF and finding cures for type 1. Tonight is vitally important to so many of us, and I know that we can make a difference. We have a goal of raising $1 million for Fund-A-Cure. Please be generous, Have your phones out and get ready for a great evening of giving. We need you to help us push through this final barrier of eliminating T1D forever.
On behalf of the JDRF North Texas and Oklahoma chapter, welcome to the JDRF Gala. I'm proud to serve as the president of the Dallas Board of Directors. First and foremost, I hope you and your loved ones are doing well during these exceptionally difficult times. As you can imagine, we weren't sure if moving forward with our gala was the right thing to do. But very quickly we realized we simply can't stop the momentum. T1D doesn't take a break, even on the hardest of days. As a father, I am awed by the generosity of the JDRF community, which has been my family's lifeline since my daughter Caitlin's diagnosis. I thank all of you for joining us tonight. And remember, your donation can be the one to cure T1D.
That's right, Craig. Our community is a force of strength. Tonight, the Dallas and Fort Worth communities are coming together for an amazing night of celebration, inspiration, and most of all, hope. My name is J.W. Wilson, and on behalf of the Fort Worth Board of Directors, and as a person living with T1D, thank you. Because of you, we have come so far in terms of treatment. But we're not there yet, and we can't stop now. The key to the research progress made over the last 50 years and what the future advancements will be is you. Please give generously tonight and help us break the ultimate barrier, T1D gone forever.
Good evening. My name is Esther Maldonado, and I am the Managing Sales Director of the Central Division at American Airlines, a company whose purpose is to care for people on life's journey, which is why for many years we have been a strong partner of JDRF. Tonight, we are very pleased to be the sponsor for the Gala Party Box. At American, we take pride of taking you and your loved ones to exciting and fun destinations around the globe. And tonight, we have brought the fun to you. Be sure to check out all of the exciting items within your Gala Party Box, including premium in-flight wines from the new American Airlines flagship sellers. As a board member of the North Texas and Oklahoma chapter and the sister of a type 1 diabetic, I am grateful for your support as we continue JDRF's mission of turning type 1 into type none. Together, we're breaking barriers. Cheers to a great evening.
Guest is someone who knows all about achieving groundbreaking results. He played 11 seasons in the NFL, scored 48 touchdowns, racked up 7,822 receiving yards, was on the receiving end of the famous first Hail Mary pass, was named to 3 Pro Bowl teams, and is the most recent inductee into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please welcome Dallas Cowboys legend, Drew Pearson.
Thank you, Steve. Hey, I'm delighted to be here for this special celebration with you all. I'm Drew Pearson, the original number 88 with the Dallas Cowboys, Ring of Honor member, Super Bowl champion, and newest elected member to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I was introduced to JDRF through one of my best friends and best teammates of all time and Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee, none other than the great Cliff Harris. And together with you on our team, we're taking the ball to the end zone to cure this autoimmune disease, type 1 diabetes. We are here tonight to raise money for research so we can cure type 1 diabetes. And I'm going to be sharing some of the incredible, one-of-a-kind live auction experiences with you tonight. And oh, hey, did you know that we have a raffle for tonight's show? And you could win a $10,000 Visa gift card from our friends at Truist. Now, I don't think you heard me right, okay? That's $10,000 Visa card. So make sure you have your cell phone in hand to bid on auction items, purchase raffle tickets, and to make donations to fund a cure. Bidding is going on now. So what are you waiting for? Bid high and bid often. We know we can win because you are all JDRF champions. Now, please check out a message from the great Cliff Harris. Cliff's passion for JDRF and life-changing research comes from his love for his father. Cliff's father passed away from type 1 diabetes complications, and that's why he is so dedicated to JDRF and our mission of turning type 1 diabetes into type none.
I grew up in Arkansas primarily. began playing football when I was in junior high. My senior year, we moved to a little town called Des Arc, where I became first-string quarterback. I went to Ouachita Baptist University, where my dad went. I had a good career at Ouachita, and the Dallas Cowboys came to me and offered me a free agent contract. One of the most exciting moments was Tom Landry announcing me as the starting free safety for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, first of all, that meant that I made the team, but then I was a starter. Well, then I found out that my National Guard unit had been called up, and I had to go to Fort Polk, Louisiana for basic training. Gil Brandt talked to the general of the 4th Army and allowed me to come in on the weekends and play on the games. So I would fly out of Fort Polk, Louisiana, back into Dallas on Fridays. During the week, I was a platoon leader, and then I would play the games on Sunday and fly back to Fort Polk, put on my Army helmet, and stay there during the week and fly back next week. My dad was a P-38 fighter pilot in World War II. They gave him a physical and found out that he had diabetes, type 1 diabetes, which destroyed his dream. I'm a very fortunate guy to live my dream as a Dallas Cowboy. My dad didn't have a chance to live his dream, and I think about his mental toughness and his perseverance, and taught me that mental toughness, and taught me discipline, and taught me to overcome obstacles, and taught me to have perseverance, and when you have a problem in life, to fight it and hang tough with it and don't give in to it and just set another goal and try to achieve it. And that's one of the best things that my dad did for me, in spite of being a type 1 diabetic. Then he lost his vision my second year in pro football, and he didn't have a chance. He saw the second Super Bowl maybe blurry, but the other 4 Super Bowls, he couldn't see me play in the Super Bowl, but I knew he was there rooting for me, and I was playing for him. One of the reasons I work with JDRF is because of my father. I mean, that's the major reason that I work with him, and it's so encouraging to me to know that 30 years ago, there was a 50% chance of blindness. Today, that's been reduced to 5%. So encouraging me to see progress that we're making in JDRF and type 1 diabetes and the complications that exist with it. I want to see diabetes beaten. I want to win, and I want to make sure that I'm part of that. And I want to make sure that I do everything that I can to win this battle against type 1 diabetes.
Cliff Harris and Drew Pearson truly demonstrate what it means to never give up. JDRF is honored to have their support. Hey, it looks like the live and silent auctions are beginning to take off to a great start. If you haven't placed your bids, please get moving so you don't miss out. You'll want to help JDRF tonight. And if you haven't purchased your raffle tickets to win $10,000 from Truist Bank, please do that right now. We need your help to find and fund a cure. To tell us more about how JDRF has changed the lives of so many is Amy Camp. She's the Executive Director of the North Texas and Oklahoma chapter.
Hi, I'm Amy Camp, Executive Director of the JDRF chapter for North Texas and Oklahoma. Thank you for joining us tonight for the JDRF Gala. First, I would like to thank Fred Brittrell, Rob Hamilton, Treg Manning, David Natinsky, Dave Strauss, Margaret Lee, and Kathy Moore for working so hard on this event for the past year. We are so thankful for your dedication to JDRF in this event. We are so sorry we can't be all together with you in person. We know this past year has been tough for everyone, and JDRF is no exception. Due to the pandemic and economic downturn, JDRF was forced to reduce its employee base by over 40% across the nation. Along with this streamlining meant that some outstanding research projects had to be paused. So that's why we're here tonight, is to raise funds so we can unpause the research. A good news story from the past few weeks is that the CDC changed its guidelines for individuals with type 1 diabetes. Those with T1D are now moved up in priority to the phase 1C group, alongside those with type 2 diabetes. This new prioritization is thanks to the advocacy efforts from JDRF leadership and allies who met with the CDC staff to share new research evidence that clearly showed that there is an elevated risk of COVID-19 on people with type 1 diabetes. JDRF is here for you and fighting for you. We won't stop fighting for you, our families, friends, and loved ones with T1D. Now tonight, we are taking a moment to honor JDRF's 50th anniversary and all the progress that has been made through the decades. JDRF was founded in 1970 by two moms, Lee Ducat and Carol Lurie. 50 years later, this little organization that Lee and Carol started has raised over $2 billion for type 1 diabetes research. And tonight, we will also honor those with T1D who have broken barriers and been the first in their profession or special interest to accomplish a great feat, such as the first pilot with T1D to command a commercial airliner, and the first woman with T1D to play in the WNBA, just to name a few. It is no coincidence that many of these firsts occurred in the past 5 years. Why? Technology. CGMs, continuous glucose monitors, insulin pumps, and artificial pancreas, or hybrid closed-loop systems, have all been developed over the last decade. And JDRF has been at the forefront of all of these advancements that have been life-changing and are all stepping stones to cures. Research is what helps people. Research is what saves lives. Please help us tonight to raise $1 million in Fund a Cure donations to continue the progress we are making for you and those in our community with type 1 diabetes. We need you. Thank you.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait until there's a cure.
The cure.
The cure.
The cure.
The cure. The cure.
What an impactful message from the JDRF Youth Ambassadors. We cannot wait either, and people like you are why tonight is a celebration for our community and a big year for JDRF. As you heard, JDRF was started by a couple of T1D moms 50 years ago, sitting around a kitchen table, talking about the struggles their children were going through. We have changed the lives for those living with T1D. Our community has shaped how type 1 diabetes is treated and has funded critical research that has improved many, many lives. There were things that never could have been done by those living with T1D, but thanks to achievements and advancements in treatments and research, now they have been done.
Hi, I'm Will Cross. I'm the first person with diabetes to climb the 7 summits. That includes Everest, but also to walk to the North and to the South Pole. I want to welcome you and JDRF to this evening's event. I've been diagnosed for, since 1976, so 40 years plus. And thanks to JDRF, we've come a long way.
JDRF of North Texas, what's going on, you guys? I'm glad to have an opportunity to be a part of this event. My name is Kendall Simmons. I played with the Pittsburgh Steelers, had an 8-year career, and also won 2 Super Bowls. Been living with type 1 diabetes since 2003. And I really appreciate your support, and I'm gonna continue to help you out and push this cause as much as possible. Y'all have a good one.
Hi, my name is Christina Martin. I am a dancer, the founder and executive director of Type Zero Foundation, and now probably the first female with type 1 diabetes to have competed on NBC's American Ninja Warrior. JDRF has been a wonderful support for me and my dream of creating an amazing life with diabetes. And also, through their inspiration they've given me, it's allowed me to continue to inspire others to do the same.
Hi, I'm Charlie Kimball, and I'm the first licensed driver with diabetes to ever race in the Indianapolis 500. Without the work that JDRF has done, I never would have had that opportunity.
Hi, I'm April Blackwell, but I go by Nerdy April online. I am the only flight controller at NASA who lives with type 1 diabetes. JDRF's advocacy efforts have helped turn my dreams into reality.
Hey everyone, my name is Lauren Cox. I am the first ever type 1 diabetic to be drafted into the WNBA, and now I play for the Indiana Fever. Without JDRF, I wouldn't have been able to follow my dreams and achieve my goals.
Hi, my name's Kai Beckstrom, and I was the first person with type 1 diabetes to win American Ninja Warrior Jr.
I'm not gonna let having type 1 diabetes stop me from competing at the highest level.
Hi, my name's Rob Howe, and I was the first person with type 1 diabetes to play for the Washington Generals against the Harlem Globetrotters. And your support of JDRF is making a huge difference. Thank you.
What an inspiration to us all. Thank you so much to our T1D barrier breakers. Our honoree tonight, Fred Boutrell, is the personification of how far we have come and how things have changed. He represents what once wasn't possible. Fred's story began when he returned from his second tour in the Persian Gulf, serving as a flight instructor for F-15E Strike Eagles in 1993. After exhibiting symptoms of extreme thirst, urination, and weight loss, he visited the squadron flight doctor for tests. While in the middle of an engagement with the Navy over Yuma, Arizona flight range, the announcement came over dispatch. Eagle flight returned to base and get Boutrell on the ground. That was after tests had revealed he had type 1 diabetes. Fred was grounded, and that was his last flight as a pilot. True to form, though, Fred turned a setback into a rallying cry. Break barriers, don't let them break you. And we are proud to honor Fred for living a life of tenacity and commitment. Not only did he go on to build a successful career in the aviation industry, he has made JDRF a philanthropic focus for the last 25 years in both Atlanta and Dallas.
I first met Fred when I was a fourth classman or freshman at the Air Force Academy. After basic training, we started in the fall football practice. He went up against a lot of guys that were, bigger, faster, stronger than what he was, but yet he was able to block them and allow our quarterbacks and our running backs to rush for, the 1,000+ yards that they did. That competitive spirit he was able to translate to other aspects of life. And that is translated into business, that is translated into, seeing his kids grow up, seeing, Andy now his son going off to play college football. The measure of the man and the legacy of the man is first and foremost relationship, husband and father, and friend that he is, top notch. But secondary to that is, his faith as well as his ability to overcome obstacles. I mean, he got knocked down. That was a pretty significant body blow. But to overcome that and to still rise in the trajectory in another field is a testament to him and to his character.
I first met Fred in the office back in the fall of 2010. My first impression of Fred was charismatic, just a passionate individual. But you can also see his care and commitment to those around him. It's infectious to be around, someone that's got a servant's heart like Fred does. I'll never forget the day that my son was diagnosed, and I picked up the phone, and Fred was one of the first people that I called, and I was terrified. And in typical Fred fashion, he was calming, reassuring, and said, just go be with your family, and it'll all work out.
I first met Fred in 2005, I think, when I was working for another company, and he had just been named as the CEO for Air Medical Group Holdings, and very few people experience an air medical transport of one of their family members, right? It's just rare. I'll never forget what happened. I was actually traveling, and I remember I was at a trade show in Las Vegas, and my son called me. I was like, what is going on? And I remember him saying, Dad, something really horrible has happened. Andy's been injured, and he has been airlifted to the hospital. Michael and Andy, offense and defense, they lined up together, and we're doing a practice drill, one-on-one drill, and bottom line is, the hit went bad. That's why it's emotional for me, because I am a dad. I'm a dad, and I just can't imagine what he was feeling. Seeing a helicopter land and knowing that it's come there for your son, it has made us so much closer, because we lived that year together, and obviously, Andy fully recovered. Before I met Fred, I had never worked with anybody professionally that had type 1 diabetes. And I never knew anybody that got type 1 diabetes so late in life. The inspiration that I always got from Fred is that he didn't let that stop him at all. And not only did he enter into civilian life as a leader and a commander, but I truly believe he changed an industry. I think the aeromedical industry is a better, safer industry because of Fred Buttrell. And that commitment, that passion that he had to not let type 1 affect him has been a benefit to thousands of people.
The day that I found out that I was a diabetic, I didn't even know how to spell diabetes. I was a very healthy and fit fighter pilot in the Air Force. When I was out flying against the Navy that day over Yuma, Arizona, a call came over the squadron to get Fred on the ground. And then once I walked into the squadron, I saw the flight surgeon. He said, "Look, your blood sugars are 450 and you're a diabetic." I remember being in the hospital and getting my first insulin shot. At that time, knowing that my service and flight career was over. I'll admit, I was devastated. When I got, they call it DNIF, duties not including flying. And when that happened to me as a fighter pilot, I was devastated. Life events, timing is never good. So when the type 1 diabetes hit, we just had our first child, bought our first house, right? And then to go to a situation where you're now unemployed and your practice, that your discipline or what your marketable skill set is, you could no longer use. And I was just very blessed to have a great wingman that really supported me and helped me redevelop my career, but still have the opportunity to be in aviation.
What people I don't think really understand, that's very important to people watching, is it's the family gets it. I mean, your kids get it. If your kids have it, the parents have. It's a daily thing for every part of the family. So when he got it, he was the one doing the shots and doing all that. I don't want to cry, but. Even my kids now, they're they know when it's high, they know when it's low. Everybody in the family knows. And I think that's an important part of this whole thing, is that everybody needs to know. All the time we were saying, to example, is that's like a flight surgeon getting his hands cut off. I mean, him having diabetes, he worked, how many years did you work?
8 years.
8 years to be a pilot, and now, okay, Fred, you can't be it anymore, right away. And so I felt like us encouraging each other and him, going back to school and working really hard, and he wasn't gonna let it, defeat him.
It's a family disease, and I think, for me, my family knows when my blood sugars are low and I'm not here and I'm not acting right, or when my blood sugars get high and I'm probably a little more short-tempered, so. And they all have helped me at various times get my blood sugars under control when I thought they were okay, and they really weren't.
We have been definitely on an up and down journey with my dad with type 1 diabetes. He definitely has high highs and low lows, and they make him act different based on whether he's high or low. And so we've kind of learned some actions and trigger things that he does, and how we respond to kind of help him.
It's been a crazy journey. It's obviously very hard seeing someone you love struggle with type 1 diabetes, and especially someone like my dad and his ups and downs. It's definitely difficult, but I'm proud of him for all he's been able to conquer through it.
A cure for type 1 diabetes would be insane. It would be something that we'd be looking for a long time and be hoping for. It'd mean a lot to my dad because he's been dealing with this all his life.
I really pray and hope that a cure for diabetes comes in my dad's lifetime. I would like to see him live a little bit without the struggle that diabetes brings to him.
Well, I admire that he's so smart, that he went back and got his master's, and he's a really hard worker. He's been very successful. It shows that just because you get diagnosed with something that's very traumatic, that you can still become someone, anything that you want to do, and I think that's very encouraging, and he's a really good example for that.
I think it was 1998. I was working for Delta Airlines, and Delta Airlines had a relationship with JDRF in Atlanta. I was the Georgia chapter president for 2 years. We helped do with the Edmonton Protocol of Islet Cell Transplant Center at Emory School of Medicine. We started Camp Kudzu for kids, where they could go to camp and parents and children didn't have to worry about sending their kids off with type 1 diabetes. So it was a great dive in to JDRF, and really have been committed ever since. Every day someone is getting diagnosed, and we need a cure, not just treating the symptoms. I also really want to thank Treg Manning, Rob Hamilton, David Nitkinsky, and David Strauss for being co-chairs for this year's gala, so that we can work very, very hard to raise the necessary funds for research to find a cure for type 1 diabetes. Give often, give a lot. You can do it right from your phone on each of the auction items or for Fund a Cure. But it's easy, it's simple, and it's very much needed for us to ultimately achieve our goal of finding a cure for type 1 diabetes.
I am so honored to be here tonight to celebrate my friend Fred Buttrell and all of the incredible work that he's done for JDRF. Fred, you are an inspiration to us all.
Hey Fred, congratulations, bud. You've been a hero and a mentor for many years for all that you've done, and all that you represent as a husband, as a father, as a fellow Air Force Academy grad too. Thank you for that, as well as for what you do in the community now with JDRF. Appreciate everything.
We have the power to change lives. When Fred was diagnosed, he had to give up one of his dreams. We owe it to everyone living with T1D to give them the power to dream without limits. Pietro Marsala had a dream as well. As a kid, he would participate in flight simulators, and when he was old enough, he started flight training and earned his private pilot's license. And then at 21 years old, he heard his doctor say, diabetes, and things changed quickly.
I wanted to extend my congratulations to Fred Buttrell for being honored at the 2021 JDRF Gala tonight. My name is Pietro Marsala, and I'm the first person with type 1 diabetes to be certified by the Federal Aviation Administration to fly professionally and commercially. It is because of JDRF and the technological advancements they've developed over the years that have allowed myself to live my dream as a pilot. I know that CGM was a game changer for myself, and it is for so many others out there living with type 1 for their day-to-day management. What was impossible for Fred is now possible for young aspiring pilots living with type 1 diabetes. I hope you all will give generously tonight to help continue breaking barriers for those of us with type 1. On behalf of everybody with type 1, I'd just like to say thank you so much to all of you giving generously tonight, and also to the JDRF and all that you do for all of us with type 1. You guys are rock stars, and I couldn't say thank you enough. So thank you so much.
Pietro and Fred have given us a look into how T1D affects plans and dreams for those living with type 1 diabetes. We need to push harder, investigate more, and keep chipping away until this fight is over. So pick up your phone and make your Fund a Cure gift now. Please give generously tonight and help us reach our goal of $1 million in Fund a Cure donations. It's reachable. Kids with dreams just like Pietro's are out there, and they need you.
Did you know there are some items that haven't been bid on yet? Now's your chance.
Now we'd like to take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors for their extraordinary generosity. Your support makes it possible to accelerate type 1 diabetes research for cures, life-changing therapies across the world and at our country's top research institutions. Let's start by thanking tonight's very special sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Airbus. Our entertainment sponsor, 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. And thank you, Dave Strauss, Vice President of Procurement at 7-Eleven, for your many years of support. Our Fund a Cure sponsor, Elizabeth and Robert Hamilton. Happy 25th anniversary to you. Our live auction sponsor, Stature Aviation, and our big board sponsor, FBD Partnerships. Our silent auction sponsor, Powerhouse. Year after year, y'all are here. David Hargrave and Jack Lewis, Michelle Egan, thank you guys so very much. Our party box sponsor, American Airlines. Our registration sponsor, GM Financial. Promise sponsor, Cummings Resources. First United Bank, Mother Parker's Tea and Coffee, Royston's LLC, Source North America Corporation, Turbo Ear, Vertex Bank, Jimco Sales and Manufacturing, Schaefer Construction, and the Dimension Group. While you are reading the complete list of all the sponsors for tonight's event, let me remind you that we have some amazing items in our silent auction this year. Make sure you bid big on what you want, and don't forget that we also have our raffle, so don't be the one. You don't want to be the one, all right, who doesn't have enough tickets when we share the winner's name. Now, you have been looking at your phones all evening, and I bet you were blown away by the live auction items that we have here up for bidding, all right? This is your 4-minute countdown to lock down these amazing live auction items. Okay, so shall we do a quick highlight reel? Yeah, let's do that, all right? These experiences are truly one of a kind. How would you like to fly in style on a Silver Air Gulfstream G200 to Cabo with you and 7 of your friends? You'll be living the high life for 7 nights in a 4-bedroom residence and includes 16 rounds of golf, 2 in-residence dinners, and a $1,000 spa credit brought to you by Diamante Cabo St. Lucas. Sounds nice, right? Man, that takes it to a whole different level of luxury. For those of you who are inspired by our pilots tonight, we have something for you too. You can bid on a private pilot lessons, all right? Begin your flight journey with a one-on-one private pilot program. Instructors will provide you the necessary hours of extensive training as mandated by the FAA. You'll learn how to navigate the skies with confidence in a brand new air-conditioned Cirrus SR-20 owned and operated by Stature Aviation. Lessons will be conducted at Addison Airport. Thank you, David Natinsky and Stature Aviation. Hey, and I don't care who you are because everyone loves a puppy. That's right, you can find your best friend and bring home your pick of the litter. Heather Downs Labradors prides itself in the quality of the Labradors with remarkable presence, outstanding temperaments, and top-notch pedigrees to go along with exceptional health. You get to choose the mother, the father, the color, and sex of your precious new pup. Now, who's buying this for their grandkids or their kids or someone special in your family? Final play on the highlight reel, there's a private flight for 6 to Lajitas. You and 5 friends will climb aboard a private Citation M2 airplane and head down to Lajitas Golf Resort for 3 nights. Hit the links, hike Big Bend National Park, or relax by the pool. This trip is provided by Lindsay and David Natinsky and Lajitas Golf Resort. Man, those are some great items. Now don't forget the silent auction will close at 7:30. So please get over to the silent auction and start locking in those bids. Remember that every dollar helps us break barriers and gets us closer to the world without type 1 diabetes. Hut hut!
Did you know that FundiCure donations all go directly to type 1 diabetes research and are 100% tax deductible? Please give to FundiCure tonight.
Drew, while everyone's getting in their last bids for the auction and committing their FundiCure donations, we have an amazing performance lined up for you. Kenny Loggins is here to perform some of his best hits. Thank you, 7-Eleven, for being this year's entertainment sponsor, and please take it away, Kenny.
Hey there, Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome and thank you for all your support tonight for the JDRF Gala. Special congratulations to Fred Buttrell for being honored tonight. It's my pleasure to be here with you to celebrate the amazing progress in diabetes research and funding. So let's continue celebrating, have some fun, and enjoy the music. Hey, everybody.
I'm alright, nobody worry about me. You got to give me a fight, why don't you just let me be? Do what you like, do it electrically. But if it's too easy, baby, don't disagree. It's your life, it's a mystery. Well, nobody's business, everybody's game. I'm alright, nobody worry about me, You got to give me a fight, why don't you just let me be? I'm alright, don't nobody worry about me, Why you got to give me a fight, why don't you just let me be? Who do you want? Who's it gonna be today? In the mood, listen to your heart. Don't get you lady, man, it make me feel good. So get it up and get you a job. Bow, 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 bow. I'm alright, nobody worry about me. You got to give me a fight. Why don't you just let me be? Be the boss, be the boss. I'm alright, don't nobody worry about me. Don't nobody worry. Why you got to give me a fight? Why don't you just let me be? I'm alright, nobody worry about me. Nobody worry. You got to give me a fight. Why don't you just let me? Don't you just let me? I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm alright. Nobody worry about me. You got to come on in, love. I'm alright. Yeah, we ended together and everything. Hey, everybody, and welcome to my home. And the sound of the applause is deafening. Thank you for that. I'm going to, no, this is the right guitar. I want to show you an updated version of a song I wrote when I was a senior in high school. Song for my big brother, Danny, and at the birth of his first child. Checking tuning. Yeah, that I'm all right is such a fun way to start the show, but I always bang my guitar out of tune. So this one is originally inspired by my big brother and his baby, but years later, I added a new verse to it for my son Crosby and his first child. People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one, and we've just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He'll be like she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. The sun is gonna shine above. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with the honey and everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Come on and drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you love. If you find she helps your mind, brother, take her on board. Boy, don't you live alone. You try to run with lovers on. Everybody, come on. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Child in my grown boy's eyes, and now I realize there couldn't be a better life. Now I know what I've been told is really true, my friend. Yeah, the circle never ends. Gonna catch you coming round and round again. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. This next song is a song called This Is It, and was inspired by a time when I was writing with Mike McDonald, and our second song that we wrote together. And we had been stumped on the lyrics of this song. We had the melody pretty quickly, but it wasn't until my dad went in the hospital for major surgery that the idea for the song came to me. And then I took it to a writing session with Michael, and we finished the melody up with these lyrics. It's a song called This Is It. Ready? Yeah, it's good. 2, 3. Been times in my life I've been wondering why. Still somehow I believe we'd always survive. Now I'm not so sure you're waiting to hear one good reason to try. Lord, what more can I say? What's left to provide? You think that maybe it's over, not if you don't want it to be, yeah. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, no time for wondering why. It's here, the moment is now, I'm about to decide. Let it be thee, leave him behind, keep me near your heart. Know whatever you do, I'm here by your side. You think that maybe it's over, only if you want it to be. For it's in your life, here's your miracle. Stand up and fight. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. This is it. Go in love further. This is it. Don't be a fool anymore. This is it. When it is over, no one can tell you for you know. Who makes the choice of how it goes? It's not up to me this time. You know, comes a day in every life, yeah. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. This is it. You go in love further. This is it. Until it's over and done. This is it. Waiting on another. This is it. I got to tell you, I nobody knows. This is it. Which way is going, brother? Which way to go? This is it. Somebody told me I've been a fool all my life. This is it. But now the waiting is over. And this is, I'm getting used to the idea that you don't hear anything after you finish the song. Like, oh, this is virtual life.
Yeah.
This next song is a song that I wrote with a fellow named Guy Thomas about finding yourself in your life. You know, so many of us spend our lives about 6 feet away from our bodies. And and this is a song about finally taking occupancy called Conviction of the Heart. And I'm supposed to have a capo, I think. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to switch guitars. Say something to people.
Something, people.
Yeah. I didn't know you wrote this about being present before. You never.
Yeah, no, I actually never said that before.
Yeah, that's
First
really
time
cool.
I heard it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'll try and remember that.
Thanks for sharing it. Thanks for sharing it with us.
You're welcome.
Wish I
Thanks.
was here.
And you, who are you? And how did you
that
get in?
remains to be
Security?
seen. Yeah.
Well, while we're on the subject, Scott Bernard and Rick Cowling.
Hi, everybody.
I just waved and the camera wasn't even on me. That's interesting.
It hasn't been for the whole show,
Yeah.
actually. This is Conviction. Where all the dreams that we once had, this is the time to bring them back. What were the promises caught on the tips of tongues? Do we forget or forgive? There's a whole other life waiting to be lived. When one day we're brave enough to talk with conviction of the heart. Down your roads I walked alone, as if my feet were not my own. Such is the path I chose. Doors I have opened and closed. I'm tired of living this life, fooling myself, believing where I went. I'd never given love with any conviction of the heart.
One with the earth, with the sky, one with everything in life. I believe we'll survive if we only try.
How long must we all wait to change the world bound in chains that we live in? To know what it is to forgive and be forgiven. Too many years of taking now. Isn't it time we stop somehow? Air that's too angry to breathe, water our children can't drink. You've heard it hundreds of times. You say you're aware, believe and you care. But do you care enough? Where's your conviction? The heart. Well, we can't leave without playing something that's incredibly difficult to play, but seems like Johnny be good. Working so hard, I punch in my car, 8 hours from work. Oh, tell me what I got. I got this feeling, baby, that time doesn't hold me down. I'll hit the ceiling, or else I'll tear up this town. Everybody, tonight I gotta cut loose, fun loose, kick out the Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me off of mine, yeah. Jack, get back, come on before we crack. Come on and lose your blues. Everybody cut for loose. So cool. Oh, be left a room. Dig away down in your heart. You're doing it very first time. Somebody to tell you life ain't passing you by. I'm trying to tell you, darling, it will if you don't even try. Because one loose, kick out the Sunday shoes. Ooh-wee, Marie, shake it for me, shake it, baby. Oh, my Lord, come on, let's come on. Lose your blues. Everybody come for love. Come on. Take a Hollywood star. I'm tired of getting you fun loose. Kick out the Sunday blues. Please, Louise, pull me off of my Jack. Get back. Come on before we crash. Come on, lose your blues. Everybody come for lose. For the lose. Kick out the Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me off of my day. Get back. Come on before we lose your blues. Everybody cut. Everybody good. Everybody got foot loose. Thank you.
Well, thanks again for all you do to support JDRF's important mission. Together, we will continue to break barriers and create a world without type 1 diabetes.
What a great show. Thank you to Kenny Loggins for keeping us fired up. Congratulations to JDRF on 50 years of progress fighting type 1 diabetes. I would like to say a special thank you to Penny Mosley and Bonnie and Alan Pesh for founding the Dallas and Fort Worth JDRF chapters. We are gathered tonight because of you. So many of us are here and have a personal story about their own diagnosis or maybe their child's diagnosis. It is also about the community that we have become a part of. That is the type 1 community, the JDRF community. I am happy to be a part of it. And thank you for your support so we can keep on fighting. It's been a great night. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Gracias por acompañarnos esta noche.
Thank you for supporting JDRF research to cure type 1 diabetes.
Thank you for supporting JDRF research to cure type 1 diabetes.
Thank you for supporting JDRF research to cure type 1 diabetes.
And remember, you can still make Fund to Cure donations after the party's over.